Okay guys, starting out this pod a little bit different. I really want to leave my car on, but I don't know if it's gonna like explode when I get out. Also, do we hear the beeping? I think he's fine, right? Can I leave it on like that? Probably not. I'm gonna turn it off. Whatever. I fucking literally left my shirt at home, so I'm about to walk in DG naked, but that's fine. I have the worst caffeine addiction literally ever. Hi, how are you? Had a coffee this morning, literally just hit a wall. I haven't even been up for like 3 hours. So for audio only, we're in Dollar General getting a Dr. Pepper really quick to start this pod. Guys, these cinnamon sticks, by the way, literally my holy grail. My neighbors used to have these in their house every single Halloween, and they're the best things literally fucking ever. Just makes you feel like fall and in the spirit. Love this whole clearance section here too. Oh my god, it's all USA stuff. Fuck yeah. Okay guys, fucking stupid me accidentally left the SD card that goes into the microphone at my house, but there's a reason for everything. Maybe I should have a shirt on for today's episode because I left that at my house as well. Do you see what I mean? Like, I had a grande coffee this morning. Grande. And literally, y'all, I'm not fucking kidding. Sorry, I'm literally driving and podcasting right now. This is actually really cool. That shit does not get me going. Like, I will say, Dunkin' coffee puts a pep in my step. Starbucks, I just love. Like, I just love Starbucks. I love the taste of it. I used to be a huge Dunkin' girl, didn't like Starbucks. I'm obsessed with Starbucks now. Love it so fucking much. I literally get it every single morning. I also think it has to do with the community I have at my Starbucks. And by community, I mean the people that work there that probably get annoyed with me every day, but I think they really like me. Also, getting off topic for a second, what do we think of like the vlog style podcast? Personally, I hate them. I don't judge anyone who does them, and if they do that, awesome, good for you. But when I watch a podcast and it's like a vlog, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is why YouTube died. Bring YouTube back, because why are we vlogging on podcast? You guys might have a different opinion though, so don't want to sound like a bitch, but I did, I think. Anyways, we're gonna go put on a shirt. Okay, guys, my fucking bad. I apologize for the brief interruption and outfit change and watch that doesn't fit me, by the way. Shout out my grandparents. They got me this super cute watch for, I'm gonna take it off because it looks ridiculous, for my birthday, and they literally engraved the back and it says, "Love you, Joyce and Grandpa." I say grandpa for my grandpa up north, but then for my grandpa down here, like, I'd be like, oh, my grandpa. But my grandpa, I say grandpa. I don't know if it's a northern thing or not. Anyways, though, guys. Oh, wow. This is turned up really high. Sorry about that if I just ear raped y'all, all of you. Anyways, though, guys, I came back to my house because I needed to get the SD card. Well, I hop out of my car in a grand mood singing something about whiskey. Like, whiskey, whiskey, won't you? Like, I got out and I go, pour me up one, like, singing or whatever. Hop out of my car, turn my head. Biggest fucking bug I've ever seen in my life. Florida has these fucking insects. I'm actually gonna back out of the woods right now because I pulled up to the woods right where I just hosed it away. They're like grasshoppers. I think they're classified as grasshoppers, but they're fucking huge. Like, you could eat it for dinner. I know that sounds disgusting, but you could genuinely eat it for dinner. Like, that's how big it is. It's just this massive ass fucking bug. And so I hopped out of my car and saw one, screamed. I wish the Ring camera picked it up. Fucking course it didn't, because it never catches anything that's funny. And I was like, that's so fucking disgusting. I go inside. My mom's like, we need to kill it. It's been eating all my plants. So I came out, hosed it away with a hose, and feel gross being in my car. Because the thing about where we live is we're so in the woods that I always fucking feel like getting in my car, there's like bugs. The other day we drove over to Alabama. This is really gross. Also, like, I do bring my car to the beach and stuff a lot. I have the windows down a lot, so it is kind of my fault. But there was a spider in here, freaked me out. We'll get on the topic of cars later, though. First of all, how are you guys? Good morning. We're filming this at 12:15, so like noon. I normally film these in the evenings, so I think it's kind of fun doing it in the morning time, in the daylight. Oh, I love it and I hate it at the same time. Can we talk about, off topic completely, but a lot of artists are so young. Like, I've realized that recently, all the up and coming artists, everyone's like a child. I just find that interesting. When I went into Dollar General, I had a Dr. Pepper in my hand and I wound up getting this double shot energy. That's why I was saying double shot of whiskey, but I wasn't singing that song. I want to try it. I never get Starbucks drinks like this, but since I was raving about Starbucks coffee, I figured might as well try it. This is the vanilla flavored. The mocha flavored, I think I've had a sip of someone's before and it was gross. My stomach already hurts, but let's try. Ooh, that's good, but it's very sweet. Maybe I could pour it into my already existed coffee cup and it'll make it taste a little bit more like... That's so sweet. I was not expecting that. Let's try this. Yeah, it tastes the same. I don't know why I thought that was going to be any different. Last time I spoke to you guys was when the boat daddy Dilf drove by. I was obsessed. Also, hope you guys like this new little chic shirt I'm wearing. It's actually not new. It was gifted to me. And this cute orange pattern on the side right here. Hope you guys like that. I think it's a touch to it. It actually looks exactly like I've been using my parents' bathroom because I'm going to get into this. It's our first topic. I had a cockroach infestation in my room. Yeah, you hear that and want to burn the house down, right? So I've been in my parents' bathroom. Well, when I've been using their towels, my mom keeps getting on my ass about you cannot use our towels after you self-tan because they turn orange. And I'm like, Mom, I promise you, I'm not getting self-tan on the towels. Like, you have to scrub yourself to get self-tan on towels, at least for Sunkissed by Sadie. And so she's showing me these towels. I'm like, Mom, that looks like fucking bleach. Like, that's not self-tan. I don't know what that is. I think it was from my face wash. Like, I was washing my face and then like pressing my face in the towel and my face, I guess, is fucking bleached. I don't know. Making the towels like that. So I'm curious as to if this is not from that as well. Who knows? Maybe I'm just sweating out bleach these days. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. But the cockroach infestation. So last time I spoke with you guys, I think I was just giving a major life update and I was talking about how I was going to Michigan. I don't know if I brought that up. Did I? My brother's in the minors, plays baseball. He's back home now, but he was in Michigan for his last like 2 weeks of his season because in the minors they have teams like kind of all over the country of where you can go play. And there's like AA, AAA, single A, rookie ball. I don't fucking know. There's a bunch of different ones. And so Wyatt was in Michigan for his last 2 weeks and we didn't go see him like all season just because he was out in LA. He was in Arizona. It was pretty far. It's expensive for my family to go. So my mom and I decided we were going to go to Michigan and see him. I've also really always wanted to go to Michigan just because I've heard great things about it and I feel like it's a cool place. We didn't get to do a lot of exploring because we were in the very like small town, secluded area, which was nice. But so we went up there. Well, the day before I was going up there, I know I spoke about last episode too. I had something exciting going on. I was having to go on Plan Brie Live. So Brianna Chicken Fry, Grace O'Malley, they were doing a live tour. I think it might be over now. But they invited me kind of last minute to go on their live show in Nebraska because they had a cancellation. At first, I read the text message. I was like, yeah, absolutely not, because I have way too much anxiety for that. And, you know, I just got to shrug it off my shoulder in a way of like, yeah, well, I'm actually going to be in Michigan or like traveling from Michigan back home. So can't do it. Sorry. After I sent can't do it, I was like, you're scared. You're fucking scared. Like, you're literally scared and you're not going to go do that. Like, I think every every opportunity not taken is a missed opportunity. That's definitely not the quote, but something along those terms. And I was really trying to tap into like that bad bitch side of me that's like fuck yeah, I'll do it. See, I think it's just so different in this industry when you have a friend with you to go do these things with. Like, for example, I follow Xandra a lot, the DJ girl. Love her. I think her energy is just so awesome. But she has like a friend that goes with her to a lot of places. Not saying she always has, but I do see her have a friend with her a lot. And I'm like, see, that probably makes it a lot more enjoyable for her. I am, I guess, judging, but I feel like that makes it a lot more enjoyable for her, a lot more comfortable for her. Brianna has Grace a lot of the time. I think that makes things a lot more comfortable going out on stage and whatever. So I was like, none of my friends are going to be able to go. And like, I don't really... like, you know, I can't travel out there by myself is what I'm thinking. I'm too young. I'm too much of a baby because I literally think I'm like 12. And then I was like, you know what? I need to do it. Like I said, every missed opportunity or whatever the fuck, everything you say no to is a missed opportunity. I don't know what the words are except for like drugs. Except for jumping off a bridge, drugs, crashing your car. But I was like, okay, I'm going to go. So I texted Brianna and I was like, hey, if you haven't found anyone else yet, I'm going to go. I also love Bri. Like, I've known her since I was younger. I feel like we kind of both were blowing up at the same time a little bit. And I've always seen her as someone to kind of like look up to. And I think she's very comforting to talk to. I don't talk to her all the time, but just whenever I do, I feel that way. So I was like, I really would like to go see them. I think that'd be nice. So, I said yes. They were like, perfect, you can come out here. So I was scrummaging through my closet before I was leaving for Michigan, because I was going from Michigan to Omaha, Nebraska. Scrummaging through my closet, trying to find something. One thing about me, I think I've talked about this before, I am not someone who keeps a lot of clothes. I don't. I get rid of fucking everything. I am very, very... I feel like as I've gotten older, I've been that way, and it's not even like my style is changing. I mean, I guess maybe a little bit, but I just get rid of everything. I literally get rid of everything. I throw everything away, not in the trash, but like give it to Goodwill or give it to somewhere else. Like, I just will put it in bags and be like, cute top, will I wear it? Maybe once in my life, so let's just give it away. And I don't spend a lot of money on clothes either. Like, if I'm going to go and buy a few items, they're going to be like staple items that I'm wearing a lot. That's the only thing I'll really spend a lot of money on, but I just don't buy clothes a lot. So I luckily found something that I was actually given for a Free People collab I did earlier this year. Free People's the one place I buy stuff from. So when I actually talk about like when I spend money, it's literally at Free People. Like, it's the only place I'm really spending money on clothes. I think I just saw 2 dragonflies literally making love in front of my car. Found this outfit. I'm like, okay, cool. And while I'm in my bathroom, because my closet's in my bathroom, I'm like killing all these little bugs. And I grew up in Georgia. I grew up in the South. I feel like bugs are pretty normal. You know, that's like foreign to people up north. If you're finding like, maybe not, but at least from what I see, when I like kill a cockroach and put on my story, a lot of people will slide up and be like, holy fucking shit, like I've never seen that before, stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, what? That was so normal to me growing up. We had those all the time. And so we also had this huge tree that was over our house. And when pest control came when we were younger, which shocks me because honestly, maybe my parents made this up, but my parents said that they claimed since we had that tree over our house, no matter what we did, we were always going to have roaches. Super fun. They can't hurt you. So, you know, like, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think roaches bite. They're fucking terrified of humans. Like, you literally will go try and like go up to one and they're fucking bolting off. So it's not like that big of a deal. It's just kind of gross. Well, I'm killing all these little baby bugs in my bathroom. Recently on Snapchat, there was a fucking cockroach on not only in my room, on my nightstand next to my bed. The first drawer of my nightstand contains a bunch of pills, vitamins, things like that. So my initial thought was maybe it was trying to get to all of that. I don't know. But my bed at this time was over by my bathroom. So I was like moving my fucking bed, because most of the time cockroaches I feel like are coming from bathrooms because there's water in there and they want like moist areas or wet areas. Says a lot about them. Well, when I killed it, I took a video of it, and I took one of my dumbbells that I used to work out. I haven't been working out a lot. I need to get back into that. And I literally just dropped it on the cockroach, so I didn't have to smush it myself or anything. I just took the dumbbell, dropped it on top of it, and was like, fuck yeah. Well, I go to bed. I wake up, and I'm looking at my story replies on Snapchat, and everyone's like, you dumb mother bitch. When you kill a cockroach like that, it lays eggs on whatever you killed it with. Well, obviously when I killed it with the dumbbell, I realized, fuck, I actually used that. So then I went downstairs, I washed it like 4 different times, sprayed vinegar on it, like I did a bunch of cleaning stuff to it, put it back in the case. Well, I'm like, come on, really? I grew up with cockroaches. I would smush them all the time. Sometimes I would put them in a cup and I'd put it out like in front of my parents' bedroom door, so when they would wake up in the morning they would see it. That's fucking crazy. Why was I like that? I don't know. That's fucking weird, Sadie. That was not cool. Hope my kids don't do that to me. Anyways, moving forward. I'm like, you know, it's not gonna lay fucking eggs. Like, you know when you kill a wolf spider? When I was younger, I had a friend named Courtney. We were at her house by her pool, and there was a wolf spider. Well, we took a broom and we hit it, and babies crawled everywhere. So then we were looking it up that night, and we were seeing that happening, and I assumed, oh, people think cockroaches do that too. I've dealt with these a lot. I know they don't. It's like one's crawling over my shoulder right now. And so I didn't think much of it. Well, when I'm killing all these little black bugs in my bathroom, I eventually am like, all right, I'm going to look this up because I've seen like 10 of these so far. And what are these bugs? They were little black bugs with like a white stripe on their back. And I was like, this isn't like, this is just, they must be coming up through the drains. They're not scary. They're tiny. I can smush them with my finger. I had seen one by my nightstand as well. So I was like, that's weird. But I looked them up. Lo and behold, it's a baby cockroach. A cockroach nymph is what they call it. So basically a cockroach laid eggs. And there was babies hatching and crawling all over my fucking bathroom. I'm like, fuck this. What the actual fuck? Meanwhile, I'm trying to pack my bags to fucking leave. So I'm like, okay, this is not okay. I call my parents. My parents were over in Tallahassee watching the FSU game, and they were leaving the next morning because our flight was the next day. So I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, there's baby cockroaches crawling throughout my bathroom. My mom, I don't blame her. She initially thinks dramatic, like you're just being dramatic. I'm like, okay, maybe she's right, whatever. I'm going to take this one upon myself, and I'm going to call pest control. In Georgia, we never really had pest control like that because, like I said, we just had the tree over our house and they were like, it's going to be there forever unless you take the tree down. Excuse me. And we haven't had pest control down here. My parents are people who they'll save some money if they can. And when it comes to things like pest control or, you know, having like a cleaning lady come, or when we would get sick when we were younger and like, their first reaction wasn't like, let's go to the Minute Clinic because that costs money. They were like, let's just give you some medicine and rest and hopefully you'll be better. You know, like they're not people who want to just throw money out there without thinking about it, which I actually agree with. Like I am glad I grew up that way because I think it's helped me with saving money and just almost problem solving a little bit. Like you kind of learn more things doing that. So we've never really had pest control. And my dad's like, you know, go downstairs, get this thing, spray it along your room, spray it along your baseboards, like telling me all this stuff. He's like, you're going to call pest control. They're going to come and do the same thing. Well, I was like, I don't fuck with babies. It would be different if I found a big one and I was like, okay, I want to spray because gross. Most of the time I find a big one, I kill it. And I'm just like, hopefully that was the only one. But I'm like, all right, I need to call because these are babies, and if you look it up, when you have babies you're basically fucked. So I schedule pest control. When my parents get home the next day, actually not yet, let me finish my story. I call pest control. They're like, yep, we can come out, whatever. I schedule it. I'm like, cool, I'll pay the initial payment, sounds great, thank you very much. I scheduled it for when my mom and I were going to be gone, so my dad was going to have to deal with this pest guy. So before I leave for Michigan, I'm like, I want to strip my bed. I want to wash all my sheets. I want to get all of these vitamins out of this desk. I want to get everything just super, super organized because I just don't fuck with bugs. And I will say, I'm not a very organized person. I've tried to be. I definitely have gotten better over the years, but that's why I've just almost gotten rid of everything. I've gotten rid of so much stuff. I don't like clutter in my room. If you follow me on Snapchat, you would know I've kind of been like doing so many different things in my room. I got like a new armoire, however you say it. I built that and put my clothes in that. I got a new desk that's like almost just like a piece of wood on stilts, like a very, very hollow looking piece of furniture because I don't like big bulky stuff. I got a new desk, just like really trying to make my room very empty in a way. Same with clothes. I don't like a lot of clutter. I got rid of some shoes, whatever. So I'm like, I want to strip my bed and I want to just kind of get rid of like any other clutter in here. So I'm going to strip my bed. And what was that noise? One of those baby cockroach nymphs was just taking a stroll on my pillow. On my motherfucking pillow! My motherfucking pillow! No. I'm not gonna cry. I was like, yeah, never dealt with that. Why am I literally emotional? I'm like, this poor family, we killed all of them. I literally was like, what the fuck? I made a video immediately, and I'm like, there's literally a baby cockroach in my bed. What the fuck? And my initial thought is that bitch laid eggs on my nightstand where I fucking killed it right by my bed. And they've all just been hatching and crawling along, maybe inside my asshole while I'm asleep. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, sometimes I sleep without pants on. So glad to know that there's fucking cockroaches now maybe laying eggs inside of me too. That's awesome. Not only my room, but my fucking colon. Either way, I'm just like, this is disgusting. So I take all the sheets off my bed. I unzip every single pillow. I'm throwing everything downstairs. I'm like, this is all done. Not going to deal with this. I also bought like $130 cover for my mattress for bugs to stay out because I've had a bed bug scare before. Okay, guys? And I'm like, why me? I don't eat in my bed. Like, I don't even bring food up into my bed. I don't judge people that do. I probably will when I have my own house one day. But, like, I don't fucking bring food in my room, really. Like, maybe every once in a while when I'm editing. But I vacuum pretty consistently. The only thing I don't do is dust. But, like, I keep things pretty clean. So I'm like, what the actual fuck? I'm pissed. And my friends, actually, their dad owns, like, a pest control thing. And they were like, when you can be, like, such a clean person. It's just if you have cockroaches, you have cockroaches. So I'm like, lit. It's fucking sick. Sorry, I'm getting itchy thinking about all this. I go take a shower. After my shower, ADHD starts kicking in. I make a whole remix about these cockroaches. Literally made a song about it. I paid like $35 for the backtrack. So it was fucking stupid on my end. But I did. And it's a pretty sick song. I hope they play it in a club one day. There's a motherfucking baby cockroach in that bitch! TMI. I sometimes sleep without pants on. Would like to get Central C on the next. Guys, I still stand Madeline so hard. Fuck that man. Anyways, though, I'm like, you know what? This isn't my issue. You know why? Because I'm leaving. So whatever. And also, I think I told you guys we're moving in a month. So I'm like, it's fine. In October, I'm going to be out of here. Whatever. And I was like, but when I get back to this house, I'm not going back up to my room. So we go to Michigan. And last night we're in Michigan. Should I give this info? I want y'all's opinion. So there was a boy in Michigan, right? Let's just say that. Because I think I'm genuinely right in this situation. Actually, I know I'm right. Not to sound like a narcissist. But there was this guy in Michigan, right? We've talked previously about hanging out before. Well, where I was, it was like around 2 hours away. And I was like, if you want to see me, you can come to me or come get me. That's not fucking weird, right? No, that's not weird. And let me just say this. The only reason I want to reference this topic is because a year ago, I would have been like, yeah, I'll get in an Uber and come see you. I will say this person did offer to get me a car. So, like, granted, that's, you know, better than being like, yeah, just make your way here. Granted. But I was like, if that's how you think, that's fine. But that's not how I think. How I think is if a guy wants to see me that bad, he'll come get me. He'll come pick me up. He'll actually probably, you know, be excited about it and be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll come. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I'll come and grab you and, you know, we can ride back and, like, get something to eat. It's not that far. Right? But like I said, I wanted to reference this because I used to be such a fucking delusional ass bitch to where I would drive 6 motherfucking hours to meet a guy and not think shit of it and be like, yeah, well, you know, they're busy. What the fuck? So are you, bitch. So are you. Doing what? Snapchatting? Who cares? You own businesses. I own businesses. That TikTok sound. But quick little side note, just to bring in a relatable topic because I don't know how many of you have roaches. Girls, don't settle. Don't settle. And if he wanted to, he would. That's my conclusion there. Anyways, though, we're in Michigan. It's our last night. I'm a little bit tipsy. And I'm packing up my bags. The next day I had a flight at like 6 a.m. to go to Nebraska. While I'm packing my bags, I see this black bug on the floor next to my suitcase. I'm like, Tipsy me is just like, you know, smacks the ground. I go and I look, and it is a baby cockroach that came with us to Michigan. I'm assuming in my suitcase, lived in our hotel room for 4 days, not sure where the fuck it was eating, not sure what it was eating, not sure how it lived, but it sure did. Through 2 planes, 3 different cars, the fucking airport. Congratulations, baby cockroach. You just did more than probably your whole ancestry and times 10. So, you know, I kind of feel bad I took its life. I should have let it out outside, but I didn't realize it was from Florida at the time. But I was just like, yeah, Mom, so this is an issue. They're currently traveling with us. So, you know, we can't escape them. I go to Omaha, I do the live show. To talk about that, when I landed in Omaha, I actually felt sick. Whenever I travel, I always feel sick and feel run down. I feel like, too, when I'm just, like, out and about and in spaces around a lot of people, I feel like my immune system's not that good. Probably because I don't get out a lot, honestly. I'm getting my tonsils out this winter, or at least I'm going to try and schedule that, because I feel like for how often I get sick and I'm just feeling under the weather, I should get them out. Also, this is really TMI, but I don't care. I actually don't know if I want to say this. Should I? It's a very normal thing. And it was funny when I was on vacation with a friend, and his mom was talking to me about these, and I was like, oh my God, wait, yes, I've had those before. Do you guys know what tonsil stones are? It's a normal fucking thing. I feel like it's not that gross to talk about. It's just like debris and buildup of, like, you know, just stuff. Your tonsils are there to, like, literally block out, like, bad stuff that shouldn't go into your body. So it's basically just, like, debris that gets built up in your tonsils, and they're, like, just these little, like, things that they're just, like, creviced in your tonsils. It sounds so disgusting. But I had these once when I was, like, 13, and I was videoing it. Like, I was literally like, what the fuck is this? Like, posting it on my story. I thought I was, like, gonna die. You know, my dad was like, oh, those are tonsil stones. Like, I know what they are. Because I was at my friend's house when this happened, and her grandmother was like, oh, you're sick. Like, you're sick. That's why that's back there. So I was like, oh, my God. What? But they're very common. Everyone has them. Just some people never see them. I see them because I am a fucking freak, and I'm always, like, looking to see if I have them. Because when I got my wisdom teeth out, this is so gross. I don't care. I don't think any guys listen to this. Whatever. Honestly, holy fuck, you scared the shit out of me. You scared me.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Are you doing a
podcast?
Okay, so you're not coming with us?
What?
Well, I told you we were going.
Can you wait like 20 minutes?
Sadie.
Please.
Come on, can't you just cut it and come back and...
No. Please.
What?
20 minutes. I want to go. It's fine. Just go.
No, I mean, just...
Oh, you'll stay?
No, I was going to say, can we go do something else? That's what I'm saying. Can't you just stop it? Come with us. We'll get back here. You can get right back in your spot.
No. I'm going to roll. Come on, 20 minutes. What else are you guys going to do? If you really want to go, go. But can you guys pull around me? The reason I know this is that she's ready to go right now. Sorry to interrupt, but my older brother is a fucking spaz, you guys. Like, not to shit on him, and I'm not saying this is even a negative thing, because some people might be the same way as him, and you guys should date him because I think he's single. I don't really know. He doesn't talk to me about that stuff. But he literally, like, if he wants to go do something, he's like, let's go. I'm not waiting. Let's go. Like, just a fucking freak. He's always been that way. So I know he's probably in there right now. Like, Mom, let's go. He's probably going to leave me, but whatever. Anyways, I feel like it actually makes me seem a little bit more of, like, a clean person, because I am concerned if I have these things. When I got my wisdom teeth out and they gave you those things to, like, it basically is like a water flosser, but, like, a manual one. It's not like an automatic one. And I'll use it, and, like, every single night, like, I clean, like, the back of my throat and, like, make sure there's none back there. Fuck. When I went to the ENT when Cooper got his tonsils removed, my little brother, I remember I, like, talked to them about this when I was 13, and they were like, you know, if they annoy you that bad and you want to get your tonsils out, you can do it. And personally, they fucking annoy me. Like, I think it's like a phobia I now have of having one, that I'm like, I'll constantly think about it and, like, get scared about it, and, like, be laying in my bed at night and be like, oh my God, like, I need to go, like, look at my throat and, like, see. So I've just wanted to get my tonsils out, like, anyways, because if I got them out, I just would never have to think about that. I think also, too, with how often I get sick or feel under the weather so quickly, like, literally my friend Drew says to me, he's like, every single time you leave your house and go do something, like partying or anything along those lines, you get sick after, like, every single time. And he's like, I had a friend like that. He got his tonsils out and it never happened anymore. And I was like, I think I just need them out. But I was feeling under the weather when I, like, landed in Omaha. I think I had, like, a slight fever. So I went and I took a nap. Woke up. I wasn't really nervous. Like, I think I was just delusional at this point, because I was so exhausted from so much traveling. I literally slept for like 2 hours, was kind of tipsy when I woke up, got on my plane at 6 a.m., had to get on 2 different planes to get to Omaha. And then I got there, had to go check into my hotel. Well, the room wasn't ready, so I had to go to a different hotel for a little bit, nap. Then I went back to the original hotel and like was getting ready. So it was kind of just like a bunch of stuff happening at once. So by the time I got to like the show, I was kind of chilling. Like I just had like a few mom waters and wasn't really that nervous. I got to meet someone who works on like my management team or like with the agency I'm with right now. So that was cool. And I actually had a really fat crush on their security guard. I can't lie. He kind of looked like Dave. It was funny. Like I told him, I was like, you kind of look like Dave Portnoy. And he's like, that's the 6th person to tell me that tonight. Very thick accent. Very thick Boston sounding accent. I forget where he said he was from. But guys, I've genuinely realized I'm into older people. Like I'm actually into older people. I know I always had the joke about DILFs, and I think being more like 18, 19, it was a fad, and almost like it was just like, oh, DILFs, 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 being funny. Never really actually thought anything. But when this guy was like their security and stuff, like when I was speaking to him, I was like, why do I really want him to flirt with me? I really wanted him to flirt with me, and I genuinely was like into him. Like I wanted him to be like, we're going to this bar after, like you should come. Maybe that would have been wrong because he was working. He didn't do anything like that. He was very professional. But I had a crush on him. So yeah, that was fun. And the show went really well. Like I was nervous. I feel like I kind of blacked out while I was up there just because you're on stage in front of a bunch of people. And I don't know, I like walked out and I sat down and I was so scared that I was going to be shaking like this with the microphone. And doing stuff live freaks me out. Just because, you know, you have that thought in your head of like, what if I say something and then regret it immediately and wish I didn't say that and stuff. But it was very chill, very good vibes. I felt very relaxed. You couldn't really see the audience because the lights were shining on you. But yeah, it's funny because I don't think people would expect me to be kind of awkward, but I definitely am an awkward person. Like I'm a little bit awkward. Even when I go get my hair done sometimes, I'm kind of just awkward, like a little bit of an awkward person. But or maybe I feel that way and I don't come off that way. I don't know. That's just how I feel, at least. So then I came home. When I got home, went up to my room, found a few cockroaches. One was on my bed. So I was like, yeah, I'm not sleeping up there. Whatever. We put ant killer in my room. We did a bunch of different things to try and, you know, exterminate this fucking life cycle happening. My older brother came home from baseball, from being in Michigan because their season just ended. He was like, I'll sleep in the room. I'm like, have at it. So I've been living on my couch. I've literally been living on my couch. I'm not someone who minds sleeping on a couch. I actually chose to do that a lot when I lived in Rivendell up in Georgia. I actually enjoy it. I think you get up with everyone in the morning. That's my plus with it, is because I don't wake up to alarms. So I get to wake up with my family and I'm like, oh. And I don't know, you hear like sounds in the kitchen. I will say, I don't know why fucking every single dad in America has to act like a circus is starting at 6 a.m. Literally, my fucking dad, I'll be rolling over at 5:30 a.m., like squinting my eyes open. This guy's fucking playing the drums basically in the kitchen. Like, the coffee does not need to be that loud. What's in your throat? Because you've coughed 90 times and it's not even a cough. It's like just insane. Every dad is like that. I'm like, why? I literally will wake up and I'm like, are you going to the office? And he's like, oh, I might work from home. And I'm like, please go to the fucking office. But it's been fun. It's been good. I have like 15 days left until we're up in Georgia. Okay, I have notes for this week's episode. And I don't know what this is, but it was TMI, cockroach infestation, Michigan and Plan Brie, med life, how girls make men attractive. I'm assuming I like voice memoed something and it turned into med life. I don't know what that is. Here's one of my thoughts. So, I know what it was, I think. So there was this guy that I met. Wait, I don't want him to know. He's probably not going to listen, but I think he has family that listens to this. Or his sister does. Whatever. She can hear it. So there was this guy I met in South like a while ago, and we don't live near each other, so nothing ever came from it. But I was like, oh, if I move down there, like, he's totally someone I would be into. Like, I was just very into his personality, and he's a cute kid. So, you know, we didn't talk that much at all. Well, I followed him on Instagram and like kind of like stayed following him or whatever. And when I guess he like got a girlfriend, and this is gonna sound so fucked up for me to say, but I think it's true. Girls make men attractive. Girls make men attractive. I think when a girl dates a guy, they're like, you raise their like average or their ratings go up. I don't know what the word would be, but like, I think girls make guys hot. I don't know, if you see a guy who you wouldn't normally be into, but then he has this sexy ass cool girlfriend, you look at the guy differently. 100%. Nothing's wrong with that. I'm not saying go take the guy. I'm not saying go date him right after they break up. Personally, I would never do that, because I think if you date a guy right after him and a girl break up, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm biased because a girl that was friends with me, quote unquote, has dated like 4 of my exes. I'm just kidding, it's only 2, but literally dated my ex like the week after I broke up with him. Whatever, we're not gonna get into that. I think you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, because it's kind of just like, do you like, that's, why would you want someone who's gonna do that? I don't know. Some people I do know too get out of relationships and then just things happen and it's like, whoa, how'd that happen? But if I know someone you've dated, I don't want to date you. I don't want to be with you. It like freaks me out. I don't like that. So but regarding the topic though, I do think that like when you see a hot girl with a guy who maybe wasn't necessarily your type, their value goes up. That sounds fucked up, but I think it's true. I think it's true. You know, I don't think guys really think that way about girls, because I think guys are kind of just like, I don't know, I feel like they don't think a lot. Like if a guy knows a dude with a girlfriend and they think she's hot, if they break up, the guy doesn't give a fuck. He'll go after the girl. I would say, I would hate to be a fucking guy, because even though you can have some shitty, bitchy, fake girls in the world, homies will always fucking hop. Like homies, a boy's homies don't give a shit. They'll always go after a girl. They're always trying to fuck. There's no bro code. And if there is, hit me up. But from what I've seen, no bro code at all whatsoever. The amount of people, and I'm not saying this is like a me thing, like, oh, the amount of people that like my like exes have been friends with that have hit me up. I'm not trying to say that, like I don't think that way of myself, but that's a normal thing. Like girls, I think we could all unite and say that one of your ex's buddies 100% would hit you up. 100% would hit you up. Like guys are so quick to jump to like, yeah, my boys, and it's like reboot, rewind, because no, they're not your boys. Sorry. It's so gross too. Like I'm like, what? Like I would hate to be a guy. I actually would hate to be a guy. Anyways, I saw this guy posted up with his girlfriend, super cute girl. I'm like, oh my god, that's so awesome. Like yes, but then you know, I think in my head like, damn, that was a good catch. And it's like, but I wouldn't think that if he was still single. You know, like you don't think about that. But then you see them with like a really like hot girl, and you're like, shit. I'm like, okay, cool. Oh my god, I literally sound like that girl who like dated the girl that like the girl's ex. Like that's what I sound like, but I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. Like I feel like I might have to cut that whole thing. Maybe I'll leave it in if I'm feeling ballsy, but I think that came off really wrong. But I feel like some people are gonna get it. I would never date someone that I know someone else has dated unless I literally thought it was the love of my life and I was gonna marry them and we were meant to be. I just don't like to date in circles. I don't like to date people that other people have been with. I don't know. Like it sounds really bad, but I don't even want someone with like a shit ton of exes. Like when I know someone's like dated, I'm kind of like, red flag. I'm really picky. I haven't been with a guy in like over a year, so I don't want this to come off the wrong way. But I do think that's a thing. Like when you see a guy with a hot ass girl, their value goes up. That was the whole point I was trying to make. Last topic we're gonna get into today, because I feel like we've been jumping around a lot, is something that's gone on online for me. I've talked about wanting a new car. Obviously, I use my car for a lot of things. It's a asset to my business. It's a business write-off. It is. And I do say this wholeheartedly. I feel like it's our car, and I feel like Tom is more than just a car to me. And that might sound really corny and really dramatic, but I'm being 100% serious when I say that. Like, there's so many memories made in this car, so much love, so many videos. Like, there's just a lot that I think my car plays a very big role in my life. That sounds like weird, but I'm definitely someone who's in my car a lot more than the average person, I would say. So I've been looking into new cars. Well, the new car I'm on the market for is a Lexus, and it's a Lexus GX 550, if you want to look it up. I've actually given this car so much promotion on accident.
And I'm looking for the luxury plus version. Normally, I don't care about packages. Give me whatever the fuck. By the way, I've only bought one car in my life. It's Tom. Tom's not like some luxury ass vehicle. It's a Toyota 4Runner. Very, very nice car. Has been amazing. Could not complain once. I would say one of the best vehicles you can go and buy. I fucking love this thing. I've kind of just outgrown it. Tom's getting to the point now where my dad literally said to me, hey, you should either kind of look into getting a new car, or you need to realize that Tom's going to have some things you need to get changed because has 90,000 miles on him. You've had him for 3 years and he's going to, just need some work done. It's not going to be super expensive, but just keep that in mind because it's also taxes wise. I'm coming up on 3 years of having this vehicle. If I get a new car now, I can write it off. So there's a lot more that goes into it other than me just twirling my hair and being like, let me look at some new cars online because, people have said what they've wanted to say about it. Whatever, think what you want. Anyways, when I was looking into new cars, I looked up Toyota first because I do think Toyota's brand is very good. And Toyota owns Lexus or Lexus owns Toyota, one or the others. Not to geek out on you guys, but I forget the term of the way that these cars are built, but they're built in Japan, and the certain way they build these cars and the certain, I know it's not called a formula, but whatever, just the way that they build these cars. Every single car is built the same with the exact same measurements and stuff, I guess. So that's why people say they're really good cars, because they're all built the exact same, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a guy. I don't know that much. Anyways, though, so I've been looking into Toyota and Lexus. Well, when I looked them up, there's a Toyota Land Cruiser. They remodeled their Land Cruiser. I'm into boxy cars, 4Runner. It's kind of like a box looking car. And I'm into SUVs. I don't want anything small. I feel safer, and also I just like being higher up. And also, we never know when I'm going to pop out a kid, so I just feel like it's nice to have an SUV, and I'll have people in my car sometimes. And you can have a lot of fun in the back. Well, they had the new Land Cruiser coming out. I was in love. I was like, sold. I want that. That's so cute. It's basically like Tom, but a little bit more luxurious. I can get black interior. Perfect. Well, the prices on these things are fucking insane. The first person I called wanted $100,000 for it. And I was like, are you kidding me? That's literally outrageous. The car market right now, I realized, though, is just outrageous. Every car is fucking insanely priced, especially if you want an SUV and you want something new. So then I was looking at Lexus, and Lexus had this new car called the GX550, like I said, kind of boxy built. It almost reminds me a little bit of a G-Wagon, but it's obviously not a G-Wagon, but it has that boxy square build. Some people think they're really fucking ugly. Personally, I love them. I think they're so cute. So saw that, and I was like, I would love that. I go to Lexus back in March and I test drove one. The guy was super nice that helped me, by the way. It was Lexus in Roswell, I think. Test drove one. I was like, wow, I really love this. The inside is just beautiful. And I remember sitting in it being like, this would be so good for my podcast and for videos. So I knew that's what the car I wanted. Well, you had to get put on a wait list and you had to put a deposit down. I'm not someone who wants to do that. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm not fucking waiting. I just am not. My mind's all over the place and I'm very spur of the moment. So I don't want to put my name on a wait list and put money down that's non-refundable. Theirs might have been refundable, but a lot of places right now are non-refundable. And then, who fucking knows? Someone calls me and is like, hey, we have this for sale. Do you want to buy it? And then I'm out $500 because I put a deposit down and I'm waiting for a car that I'm now not going to get because I'm going to buy this instead. So I'm just not someone who likes to be on something like that. What I realized over the past few months, a lot of dealerships are getting these Lexuses in because the supply and demand of these is super, super intense. People would cancel on them. They'd be like, hey, we have your deposit and your car came in, and people would be like, I don't want it anymore. And then so it would be available to whoever wanted to buy it, but they would go like that. So I took it upon myself to call just about every dealership in America. Not kidding. Literally was calling every Lexus dealership in America because also they normally get cars up north first when cars are getting shipped in. So I'm calling a bunch of different dealerships. Well, I decided to finally just make a TikTok about it. This TikTok, for whatever reason, got 5 million views. So it blew the fuck up. And then I also made a TikTok with me calling all the dealerships. That kind of went viral. So now it's I have all these people invested in me finding this car. So I'm like, all right, I got to get it now. I got to get the car. And luckily, finally one place when we called had seen my video and we're like, we're going to get it for you or whatever. So I just put a deposit down on a new car. Super excited. Need help with names on it, guys. It's a Lexus, so I would prefer it starts with an L. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. I can't really tell. I'm gonna have to see it first. But I just want to say, I'm so grateful that, I have you guys and I'm super fucking lucky. But just, yeah, thank you for all the support and everything like that, because I definitely would, I never thought I would buy myself a car. The fuck? Ever. I never envisioned myself doing that. So to be able to say that, I've been able to buy myself cars. I got my mom a car. Okay, so the camera died, so I'm just going to actually record the rest of this audio. But I was able to buy my mom a car, and I don't know, I just think it's super sick and super awesome, and I'm just so grateful, and all the support you guys give me, I appreciate. I couldn't do this without you, and I really want to do this for the rest of my life. I enjoy it so much. I was talking to my mom this morning about just brands that we've kind of started up and things like that, and we've been working on this new line that's coming out, which is clothing, and it's kind of supposed to be based on just having love and spreading love and being kind. And I thought about ways of promotional videos and stuff like that to do it. And I was like, these videos are going to be able to change over the years because I plan on staying online. And, one day I'm going to be getting married and we can have videos based around marriage. And then I'll be having kids and we can have videos based around kids and just super fun. I have such a cool job and it truly is my passion. And I just love the videos and creating. And yeah, you guys, with y'all's support, I'm able to do that. And it's super sick. And I really just love helping people and loving people. I just love, it sounds weird, but emotional shit. I just really fuck with. I really like emotional stuff. I can watch hopecore videos all day long. I just love love. I love love. And yeah, I feel like I have an abundant amount and I'm super, super lucky. So I love you guys. Truly. I mean that. I love every single one of you. And I want to meet more and more of you all the time. It's the highlight of my life. So thank you so much. And yeah, we'll have a new podcast studio hopefully by the end of the month. So get excited. Let's have our last few weeks in Tom and celebrate him forever. He's the best boy that's ever came into my life. So I appreciate him. But I love you guys, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Voice crack. Okay, bye. Keep y'all's heads up, and yeah, if you ever need anything, please feel free to DM, and don't be afraid to talk to someone in your life if you need it, because I promise you people care about you. Oh, should we end in a prayer? You guys liked that last time. Okay, let's end in a prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for this podcast episode together and this time, hopefully well spent, to my listeners. I pray that you help me give them the advice that you would want me to give them, and help us all be better people and be kind and spread love, and help us through our hard times and our low moments, and help us appreciate the great moments and the high times that we experience. We love you, and we know you care about us. And for those of us who don't feel that way, I pray that you can touch our hearts and really tap into our lives and show us signs that you're there for us and you love us. And yeah, anyone on TMI listening who needs a prayer, please write in and I pray for you. I love you all so much. God loves you. And yeah, amen. Peace out, guys. Love you. Have a great week.